tiny. The other thing too is I've been talking about how the only thing that concerned me with Streamlabs is the fact that I wasn't able to get it to capture Need for Speed Underground 2. And then it occurred to me this morning that if it's got a problem capturing something like Need for Speed Underground 2, how's it going to go capturing Unreal Tournament? Turns out same shit, different day. So I ended up, after a while, I ended up figuring out how to do that. I had plenty of time while I was waiting for stuff to like render my edits and shit. So if I can remember, my helper's alive and I've got all my stuff. I might just head back to where the hell it is. The not going straight to the Darkwood. I did get the portal for that. I think it's the Stony Field to get the portal to go through to Tristram. So I'll see if I can find this. I'll just fight things until I come across it. I'm not worried about clearing this area because I've already done it once, so not too important. I just want to find the Tristram portal. Oh yeah, I forgot to cast my Valkyrie. Ah, see, she's blue straight up this time. Kidding. There we go. Alright. I'll have to get my helper back. There's no urgency for that, but yeah, for some reason, why would you let me click on shit? There we go. Blue Valkyrie again. I reckon it's like the first cast or something that I do out here. Maybe it brings her up like that. What was I saying? Yeah, anyway, I worked out how to bring in the older games. There it is, this portal. Yeah, it took a little bit. That shit would not have been easy. There we go, I've put my hands in the wrong position. That's what's going on. I have my hands in position to play PUBG and I'm playing Diablo. It's the same, not the same thing. You know? Don't give her the potion. So yeah, now that I've fixed that up, I don't have to worry about random game night. Obviously, I still have the little issue of having to force capture my entire desktop. And I'll have to be careful with that over summer since, you know, as I was saying yesterday, I have like a lot of different desktop wallpapers. And depending on if it's in summer, I usually have like, you know, bikini anime girls, like highly suggestible stuff. And yeah, I have to be careful with that. If it flicks over and like the game crashes, it shows my desktop, you know. So that's the only downside, but I've really only got summer to worry about with that. The rest of my year is pretty clear. I think having lazy night tonight, staying under blankets, only move for coffee. Still good, Grim. I'm still really sick from yesterday, so I just appreciate if you're here. Even if it's just lurking. I will go back, get rid of the shit that I've got, and get my helper back too. She's gonna be like, yeah, I was gonna say, she's gonna start being so expensive. Like, the here in spirit, I know.
Yes?
Here in coffee flavored spirit. Can you imagine? It's like a coffee tinted, like, legitimately just a coffee ghost. That'd be so fitting. But, the hell was I saying? The, capture thing. Yeah. Look, the main thing is I figured out how to get the Unreal Tournament and, Need for Speed Underground 2 and stuff back in place. Because the only thing I was really concerned about was I'm like, oh, I won't be able to, sorry. I won't be able to keep playing what I'm already playing. Because, you know, I would have to capture my entire desktop, and even then it wasn't going to capture in very well. So now I don't have to worry about that. It's going to capture it all right. It's going to capture as well as it can, but it's a little fucking like workaround tricky kind of shit. Like, kudos to whoever the fuck had the information on Reddit. Seriously, shout out to that person. I don't know what was wrong with the post. I couldn't even give them a fucking like thumbs up. it wouldn't let me like do anything. I couldn't comment, I couldn't thumbs up. I'm like, this is shit. I'm logged in. What the fuck? Why can't I say thanks for something? But no. Apparently Reddit today was like, you know what? You don't get to fucking appreciate people's help. That's how your day's going today. I'm like, well, let's see. Yeah.
Greetings.
I don't know. Everything took a fair bit of time this morning. It was like everything was just going slow. Slower than it really should have been, but it was alright. I had like time to just hang out and to chill and work on stuff in between waiting for things. Because, I didn't have any issues with the, what do you call it? Because during art stream I play music while I'm live. Only while I'm live, right? So the music doesn't save to my VOD. And for the first time I tried having like a video feed of the music itself. So you guys could kind of like watch the music videos.
A great war was fought here.
You know, I might clear out this place because it's only a small area. Might as well. It's extra XP. Yeah, so anyway, because I had the video player on it, the only thing I could think of was that, like, while the audio wasn't going to be saved, because that way, like, if the audio is saved to my VOD, right, and when my VODs eventually get uploaded to YouTube, I kind of have the double whammy of the issue of copyright sound. And Twitch is really particular about copyright sound, and so is YouTube. Like, it's really, really quick and instant kind of thing. But I kind of wondered, like, Twitch didn't have any problem with the video feed of, like, all the different songs, which was good. But it did make me wonder if, you know, YouTube would have a problem. And I'm like, I'd rather not find out later after, like, editing stuff and uploading stuff just to find out that, oh, I have to go back and edit it and, like, cover it or something. So I ended up, this is why it took so long, is the program that I use is incredibly slow because it's free. And, like, it's quick to do what I do with it. Oh, shit. It's just that, it's slow to wait for the video to kind of render out whatever I've done to it. So it could take quite a while. That's where the time was. And then, of course, once it rendered out, then I had to cut it up and shit, so... but it's all done. And let me drink that. There we go. As far as I could tell, I don't think there's any issues. I didn't get any messages or anything about it, so... yeah. For all the time that I spent, at least it's not going to impact my YouTube or something like that, you know? That's the main thing. That's why I actually took the time to... there's a bunch of songs that I like, right? And some of them... obviously, like, some of them have got, like, different scenes of anime and stuff, because a lot of the stuff that I listen to usually have, like, AMV kind of videos on them. And I had to sit down and go through and check most of my music videos before I streamed yesterday to make sure that none of them were going to be, like, randomly, like, raunchy or whatever, like, breaching Twitch terms and conditions and stuff. So, yeah. That was all fine, nothing breached or anything, but I did have to, like, before streaming, remove a couple of songs just in case. Like, I'm not risking getting, like, a suspension or a ban or something over a music video that's just, you know, casually playing in the background while I draw. What you doing, Azula? You watch your butt, little lady. Azula's my cat friend, but it doesn't know, and for some reason she's assessing the desk reset up, because when I stream art stream, I had to move a cat bed to the other side of the desk yesterday, and she did not like that. Now, she's jumped up and she's like, oh, it's out of the way, but yeah, she just decided to, like, jump up and straight up, like, walk across my microphone stand, which is it's a keyboard cover. I don't have a microphone holder thing or whatever. But, yeah, immediately just, like, cat censored. I thought I heard something. Yeah, I don't know. It's just when she turned around, because I've got like, I have a drink bottle and I have an energy drink tonight to kind of just like give me a little bit of like some fucking extra, since I have not been doing well with like food and drinks and shit. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just, like, I've got my drinks and stuff in the normal spot. But the thing is, if she turns around too dramatically, or if anything like spooks her, forces her to like back up, this is how we get like cat butt on my drink bottle. So I didn't want to risk that shit. So I just kind of like helped, kind of like insisted her to go across. Phoenix is here too. Phoenix is also my cat. Brady Minute doesn't know. And he's just chilling on the chair beside me. I was wondering if he was here, because somehow he'd done like a whole, oh, what do you call it? I don't know if it's a Bond thing, or if it's a Godfather thing. I haven't watched either of those, but I know there's like a whole meme thing out there where somebody like slowly swivels their seat into view. Like, he'd done the opposite, so he started off facing me, and somehow he got the seat to rotate to basically be facing like the back of the seat to me, so I couldn't see him. And yeah, I couldn't tell if he was still there or not. Oh, you guys hit pretty fucking hard, I'll tell you that much. Oh. Alright. I love the music in this. Fuck, I'm gonna turn that up a little bit. I didn't realize I had it so low. When I sat down, I just was like, blah, kind of thing. Literally just come back from being sick again. And I'm like, oh man, I feel like shit. And so really the only thing I was looking at is like, what was I forgetting, basically? It's all I was thinking, funny thing, when I like rush off for like the bathroom and stuff. I'm like, I've forgotten something. It should be pretty obvious. I don't know what it is though. And I'm like, oh, it's fine. I'll figure it out when I get started. And apparently the thing that I forgot to do was to like open my avatar so that I'd be good to like, you know, speak and shit. And yeah, I'm like, that's an interesting one. I haven't like forgotten outright to just open up my avatar for a while. I do it every so often, or it crashes or it hangs. You know, there's always something that's doing something, you know. It depends what I do in advance too. I know there's more skeletons and stuff in there. I'm just kind of doing like broad labs, kind of like just clear everything out. The other thing too is I'll get probably, I don't think I'll get enough gold to cover resurrecting my helper before. But it should help a little bit. I also missed, I think I missed the edge of this building. I just wanted to make sure I got it. Okay, I've been through here already. So last week, basically what happened is I ended up getting the What's Leg for this level, but I couldn't pick it up. And so I realized that I had to actually complete the previous level 1, or I couldn't store it. But to complete the previous level 1, I had to drop the thing, log out, and log back in. And unfortunately, that meant losing this one. So, yeah. I wish I could take a bath. Are you not able to, like... By bath, so I know there's like cultural differences in different areas and stuff for like showering and bathing and stuff, right? Do you actually mean that you do wish that you could like lay in a bathtub and like have a soak and stuff as like a method to get clean by choice? Or is it kind of like, can you just not like get in a shower or something? Because I'm genuinely curious about that. While I've broken toe bones before, I haven't had like a cast or anything. I know when my brother had a cast on, he had to take baths for ages so that he wouldn't get wet. But here we kind of, it depends on the person, but for the most part we kind of just shower in Australia, I think. It's one of those things where it's really fucking hot, unless you're on a rural property and then you kind of want to conserve your water, in which case, like, a household might share a bath between, like, multiple people. I know that sounds probably disgusting to some people out there, but if you literally only barely have enough, like, drinking water for a few months, you kind of can just make do. Like, you can do a scrub up and then a dip kind of thing. I can't because casts and stitches. I figured that might be the case. That's why I was asking, because I'm like, I figured you probably can't, like, just jump in and, like, clean up like that because of it. It does suck. I would struggle with that. Is it just like a constant feeling of, like, ick? At least, like, because I sometimes pull, like, multiple days awake and stuff like that, right? Multiple days and nights awake. I tend to find that you get to a point where your skin just has, like, a natural kind of film, like, grossness feeling. And same with, like, hair and stuff like that. Like, I am a person that showers and washes my hair every night kind of thing. Or at least within, like, the day cycle of, like, being awake and going to sleep. Which for me, I might be awake for over 24 hours, but I haven't gone to sleep. Stuff like that. I can go back out of here now that I've got the leg. So, yeah, sometimes my awake night kind of thing is sort of like wake up on a Monday and then go to sleep on, like, a Wednesday or something. But I'm not saying, like, I don't have, like, an extra shower or something in there to, like, clean up between it. I just haven't slept. You know, that's kind of more what I'm saying. But yeah, I could not do the, it's not that I couldn't do the whole, like, being, like, wiped down kind of shower baths, bathing kind of thing. It's more, I would probably, at least for my OCD, like, I've always worried about getting a cast because, for starters, somebody's going to touch my hand or leg or body part, whatever it is, to wrap the thing, right? So I'll already want to wash whatever the fuck they're touching. If somebody's touching something, right? But then they'll be encased in this thing. And then basically you have to have that encased like that for months. So I would probably end up with, like, a psychological itch from that kind of thing. From, like, the inability to clean it. Oh, let's get a fucking decoy in here, actually. Oh, lucky. Yeah, no, just apart from that, then I would also probably be the kind of person that would fuck up a cast because I would want to wash more strongly than I would want to keep a cast on. Like, the way I see it is they can always put another one on, you know? That's kind of why I like the fact that there's new technology these days. There's new technology that allows you to have, like, a holo cast now, which is kind of nice because like, it's not available everywhere, but it's kind of like a 3D printed brace for your hand that kind of works like a cast to immobilize it. But it allows for better airflow, allows you to be able to access, like, parts of your skin, and allows you to be able to shower with it and stuff. And I think that that's incredible. Like, I've seen it a few times, and I hope that they really start bringing that shit in. But I do think the other thing, too, is, like, a lot of the time people expect to have a cast, you know, something that physically signable, something that, like, is observed, like, outwardly observed as, like, oh, this is broken kind of thing, instead of, like, oh, it's broken, but it's not a problem, it's quite convenient, like, get on with life kind of thing. You'd think that that would be prioritized, but these days it's still not. It's a shame. People get something broken and they still want to visibly have something broken. Also, it's generally cheaper, so, you know, it's not just about what people want. I can feel that wherever the casts are pretty sticky from sweating. It's so annoying. Yeah, no, I can get that. After this past summer, you know, where it was so fucking hot, there wasn't much point in having a shower. You'd have a shower and you'd be, like, immediately just, like, unclean again. from the heat and, you know, fucking everything in the air and shit. Plus different surfaces. Oh god, there's a lot here. Yeah, I kind of understand that. But then you're not allowed to wash the fucking thing. So that would drive me mental. It's kind of like when you know you gotta brush your teeth. Like, you know, you've had something that specifically makes your teeth kind of feel a bit shit. And you're not anywhere where you can just do that. Like, you might be, like, in public or some shit like that where you can't just get access to a toothbrush and brush your teeth. Like, that shit's annoying. I know I don't have mana. But I can't because the stitches take too long to heal. Do you have, like, a reasonably good ability to heal, though? Because I've talked about this before, that I don't heal really well. I take ages. What's that? Hydrate. Thank you, Ren. I will. Yeah, you do. Yeah. So, I don't really heal very well. Part of it's to do with my Crohn's disease. So, what kind of happens is I'll explain this. I have malabsorption issues because of my condition. So in my intestines and stuff, in my stomach and all that, you know, all the bits and pieces through there, I have kind of like scarred guts from my condition. That's kind of how it works, sort of thing. The more times it like gets worse and stuff, the more damaged everything is. And it makes it harder, especially when I'm unwell or something's in a flare-up, to actually absorb vitamins, minerals, water, stuff like that. So I don't actually generally absorb enough from my food to be able to heal properly. So I've got a couple of like decent scars that should have really only been like something as mild as like a cat scratch kind of thing, but they have completely scarred because my body's inability to have the resources on hand to be able to repair it. The other thing too is things like piercings and stuff like that are a constant uphill battle because they won't heal. I have, how many have I got? I got 10 piercings and I had 14. When I had 14, 6 of them would not heal. Like 6 of them stayed perpetually in that kind of like unhealing state, which kind of sucked. I'm introduced. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway. So I kind of like always have to like take extra care, like, you know, the kind of care that most people do to like get on a fresh piercing, that kind of thing. So I do that forever with like certain ones and with like certain injuries and shit like that. Not necessarily with certain injuries, but like something like a piercing or something that like can move around or get caught on things, and you know, it has the ability to get infected and shit like that. Like, those are problematic. Hold on, I gotta hold the thing so Zilla can cross back over. There we go. She's very fidgety tonight. They'll let me take it off next week to check how I'm healing. I'll be allowed to wash myself. Nice. I take it you probably won't be able to wash yourself to the degree that you probably want to, because you said that it would probably still affect like stitches and stuff, or is that dependent on how it's going? Like, if it's not healed enough, like, will they just kind of like wipe the area, like clean the area, and then just like reseal it kind of thing? Maybe the problem is that it wasn't a nice break for Bones because the legs got broken in a few places. I was told my hand I might need corrective surgery if I feel any discomfort. Damn. I mean, you gotta be fucking lucky to get a clean breakage anyway. And even then, I wouldn't consider that to be lucky, getting something broken anyway. But, yeah, the breaking and resetting stuff, it's not like painful in the sense that, oh, pain. It's painful in the sense that it takes longer to get to a point where you can just return to functionality and normality. You know. Like I said, I haven't personally, like, been in a cast situation, but I have watched my brother go through corrective surgery on his feet for years. Like, over years, I should say. Not 4 years. But yeah, like, a couple of months, a year, every other year, for, like, different stages of his life and stuff to, like, fix what was going on. But, as far as I can tell, it fucking sucks. Especially, like, you're in summer, Rin? I think you're, like, well, we're nearly summer, because I'm nearly winter. But yeah, that also fucking is the worst. Because, extra sweaty, extra likely to sweat. I hope the cute lady streamer Republic. No, thank you, Bubba. How's your morning going? I always feel like this is really early, but, do you get, like, daylight savings time and stuff where you are, Bubba? I'm pretty sure I've asked you that once before, but I can't remember what your answer was. 'Cause I feel like for a while I kind of just saw you come in always a bit later, like wake up a little bit later. And then, suddenly it was, like, really, really early. And it made me wonder if it was kind of like what happens with Mirthless with, daylight savings and stuff, where, like, your clock automatically rolls forwards. Rolls forwards. I don't really understand daylight saving that well. I think it goes forwards. Anyway, S3 has daylight savings and stuff, but IM doesn't observe daylight savings. Where, like, the state in between all the other states that do. It's honestly quite funny. It's not when you're trying to, like, contact somebody out of state, because you're like, what time is it for them? Anymore. Are they still going to be at their jobs? Like, what's the time for them, kind of thing? And then, but if it's, like, in state, it's fine. They'll let me take a shower. They'll apply water restraint bandages, cover stitches. Oh yeah. Oh, water resistant. Oh yeah. Nice. Well, that sounds like that would be good though, because then you can actually get kind of a good solid shower. It's one of those showers where you just stand there for like 20 minutes. And it's not even about the getting clean at that point. It's literally just the feeling of water running over your body and just being there in that moment, because you fucking miss it and it just makes you feel nice. Oh man, it really is like that though, isn't it? I think I might have mana in my mana in my box thing. Those almost transparent ones. Oh, the water resistant bandages are almost transparent. Nice. I do, but it also depends what time I go to bed. Big night owl. Lol. It depends on, yeah. That's kind of funny, Bubba. Because, like, this past, actually, most of May, I have been kind of, going to sleep really late. I've been doing really, really long days, outside of stream, working on all sorts of stuff, like my avatar's alternate form and, fixing up, like, setting up fucking, Streamlabs, because, Twitch Studio is getting unsupported, and all kinds of other stuff, right? On top of, like, the usual stuff that I do. And, so I haven't been kind of going to sleep until about 5 p.m, which is incredibly late. That's like the equivalent of somebody's 5 a.m. for me. It's really, really late, and I'm only getting like a couple of hours sleep, and not really sleeping well when I do, because I'm worried about everything. So, oh, level, nice. So yeah, my kind of sleep for last month or so has been kind of crap. Is this all on? Yeah, it is. I love it. Oh, this is nice. So now I wonder, Diablo 2 multi-hobby game came out first. A new hobby. With inventory items and design look very, very similar. Well, Diablo 2, I think, came out in... Hold on. I can't remember. I thought it was like... It had to be